Maximize living. Ready for your next drive? With our massive variety,
Yo, good people. It's your homie, HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. Boogie, please go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I'm your homie HerbMan. We're coming live from South Africa, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Please go somewhere, get situated so that you can learn how to heal yourself. And you cannot heal yourself unless you know thyself. So we're going to teach you here about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the freedom of being able to live happy, whole, and well. Okay. And that's what all of us desire. We desire the freedom to live happy, whole, and well. And so that is in your means. It is in your grasp. It is in your life. It is in you to be able to do these things. And you got to know that that's what you're able to do. I always keep teaching people the principles of how to really heal yourself. There is some fundamental principles that you come into nature already aligned with, already have initiated in you. They already are there. All you got to do is learn how to activate them when you want them, when you need them, so that you can start manifesting the abundance that you have already destined to have. Now, a lot of you guys don't know how to bust open destiny. A lot of you guys don't know how to bust open your life to get to where you are. A lot of you guys don't know how to really capture opportunities. But we want to show you today how everything works in a cycle. You could trade and go Forex, and you can play the numbers doing this stuff. You can go into the markets doing this stuff. You can go into corporate America knowing this stuff, or you can be an entrepreneur and add these things into your understanding so that you can be more full in your understanding about how things work. These things are surefire principles. The 12 disciples are not disciples, they're disciplines. There are 12 principles. Okay. And what we try to do is heighten you to how nature can help you, right? Alongside of the pharmaceuticals, you get away from the medications and all of these old crazy meditation practices. I'm not for a whole lot, but I'm not against everybody. But some of this stuff is just out of your ignorance. You're creating industry. A lot of you guys are taking meditations that hasn't worked, won't work. A lot of you guys are taking probiotics that hasn't worked and won't work. A lot of you guys are taking herbs that hasn't worked and won't work because there's other things that need to be understood. Nature can help heal you. But what you got to look at is, as a modern person, how can I get more nature into my life? That's the real big question. How to reconnect with nature. The bottom line is nature can heal you. But your problem is, how do I get enough nature in my life? As a modern person, as a modern human, how am I supposed to get this nature in my life? Okay. And so how to reconnect with nature could be one definitive thing, but then how do I keep this in my life as I go to work, as I raise my family? How do I reconnect with nature without leaving modern life? This is a real question, because most people hear nature heals, and the first thing they want to think about or imagine is moving away off the grid, or moving to some mountains, or moving out of the country, or quitting their job, or all this type of stuff. But you don't necessarily have to do that. And that's why HerbMan is here. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast, you guys. I'm going to work for those likes. All we ask for you to do is share, interact, continue to keep promoting, continue to keep telling somebody to go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. And we appreciate you very, very much for your ear and for your spirit, and for us for you to allow us to be able to serve you on your health journey. We appreciate that. But healing through nature for the modern person is usually some idea where it's very small and repeated reconnections to natural rhythms. But that's not the whole thing. That's not the whole thing. Okay? That's not the whole thing. And what I want to teach you guys today is that you don't have to escape. You don't have to have money to go to Dr. Sabi's retreat. You don't have to have money to go to Dr. Ann Wigmore's retreats. You don't have to have money to go to this and to that, or to do this and do that. Sound bowl, biofrequency, Reiki healing. They got me going down here, and they put magnets on me, and they got me over here. I'm going to a shaman next week, and over here I got to go see this Sangoma, and then over here I'm going down to see the Condorugarongos down there in Mexico, or whatever you want to call them. And so what, you don't need to escape modern life completely to do this. What you need to do is just reduce the disconnection. And you got to understand what you're disconnected from. A lot of people have fire elements within them. And it's not just about fire sign, Aries. No, we're not talking about those signs. We're talking about these elements being in each and every one of us. And so sometimes when you have heavy fire, you need more sunlight. Can somebody please put this in the chat? When you have a heavy fire element within you, don't matter your sign. You could be a Scorpio with heavy fire element. You could be a Capricorn with heavy fire element. When you have heavy fire, you need sunlight. This ain't about the fire signs. This is about a person. Okay? When you have heavy water, you need to be around water. You gotta go. These are non-negotiables. And anybody can have heavy water. This is not about water signs. This is about the water element. Each and every one of us has the water element. Okay? But you don't know. So you don't know this stuff, right? So you don't know what you need. If you got heavy air, you need to be outdoors. This is not about an air element. Some air elements like to be inside. But when you have a heavy air element, not an air sign, a heavy air element, you got to be outdoors. You got to get that renewal. You got to get that reconnection. You got to get that download from stepping outside. Okay? When you have a heavy earth element, this is not earth signs. Anybody can have a heavy earth element. When you have this heavy earth element, right, I'm going to always constitute this as diet. Okay? Your diet. Sunlight, water, outside, and the proper diet. With the owner's manual for a funky measly $50. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. that you could be Jim Bob, you could be working $100,000 a year job, you could have $1 million, you could be Donald Trump. But if you don't know your missing elements, there is really no real way of curing or healing you. And so understanding the missing pieces from nature, understanding the natural elements that you could be missing, this is the most important thing. Okay. And so when you look at what more nature looks like, you got to know what nature I need first. When you start to look at this, this is not a fantasy, it's not perfection, but it is restoring. It's restoring you back to the rhythm and the light, and it's restoring you back to the movement and to the elements. It's restoring you back to the nervous system regulation. It's restoring you back to sensory balance. It's restoring you back to reset, right? To where you're supposed to be starting out at anyway. Okay. So this morning sunlight for a lot of us is one of the most important things for a modern human. And all this just may means is about 10, 20 minutes to an hour or two in the AM sunlight before you start watching TVs and cell phones, if possible. You can walk in them, you can stretch in the sunlight, you can breathe out there in the sunlight. You can kill 2 or 3 of these birds with one stone just by introducing yourself to the day. Not taking everything from the weatherman, but going outside and being your own meteorologist. Why this matters is because this puts you back on circadian with the sunlight. It puts you back into that alertness that that helps improve wakefulness, right? But it also will do this. It'll support nighttime sleep later, so you don't be suffering from not being able to get sleep. Sunlight will wake you up and sunlight will put you to sleep. You just got to get enough of it. You got to get enough of it. Morning sunlight helps organize the entire day of your life biologically. Next one here, we're talking about the air. When you go outside to get the sunlight, you get in the air. We don't even need to discuss a whole lot about this. But if you stay indoors, if you stay around conditional air, if you stay around and just sitting for hours and you're around this artificial air all the time, it's not going to help you breathing wise. If you don't watch your posture, right? Your posture is very important in air. In nature, reconnection can look like a 5-minute outdoor break where you get everything that you need. The deep breathing, the walking outside, the sunlight, the stepping away from things, all of that you can get. Okay? All of that you can get. Another thing that I want to introduce to you guys today. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Please, let's get us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. Look, you guys, if you missed this program, if you need this program, if you're not able to watch it live, you can go and subscribe to our YouTube page and upload this video. It will be on YouTube. Now, one of the most critical next things that I'm going to talk about is the fact of what I said. You don't have to go nowhere to do this, but all you got to do is introduce this into your life wherever you are. Okay. Nature is around each and every one of us. So it's not a whole lot of whole places you got to go to get nature. Okay. Nature is around each and every one of us all day, every day. So it's not a whole lot of money you got to pay. There's not a whole lot of things you got to do to actually benefit from nature. But this big thing here, this number 3 here is this big thing is teaching people how to bring nature. How to bring nature into your environment. So that you don't have to think that I got to go to somebody's retreat and do this and that and the third. For many people, nature begins as soon as you step outside. Nature begins with the environmental design. And you can start to bring nature in when you plant plants indoors, microgreens. When you start to remove artificial light and use natural light, that's bringing nature in. When you start to understand the efficacy of wood textures in your home, You bringing nature into your home by using natural wood textures, like your natural wood floors, things of that nature, things that I had in my home. If you're thinking about bringing nature into your home, then understand about how to reduce some of the LEDs and some of the amber lights and some of the harsh lighting. Okay, because your nervous system responds to the environment every day, repeatedly, over and over and over again. So when you're looking at bringing nature into your environment, again, that's that thing of, okay, HerbMan say, instead of watching the weatherman, just step outside them same 5 or 10 minutes and you'll get the weather. If it's cold, you don't need him to tell you. You need your body to tell you. If it's hot, you don't need the weatherman to tell you. You need to let your body tell you. Your body is the weatherman, whether or not you should wear this or that or do this, that, and the third. And so weekly natural immersions look just like that, little bitty things. I'm going to go outside instead of watching the weatherman. Modern life needs intentional reset time, and you have to make sure that you put that in there. And this could include walks, or this could include, again, going out on the porch, beach visits, biking, hiking, gardening, farming, just standing by water, sitting near water, just chilling without the headphones, without the cell phone, without the multitasking. You're just taking nature in. That's immersion into nature. That little 5 minutes I'm sitting out there on that patio in my little wardrobe, in my little robe. You know, I know it's cold out here. I ain't gonna be out here that long, but I see it's cold. I'm gonna wear something for it. But I didn't need the weatherman to do it. I came out here to experience it first. I immersed myself in it. Nature works best when you can actually present yourself present in that moment. And another thing is that we want you to start. Thank you guys for tapping. I want to say this a certain way, but I'm going to say it like this. We want you to start moving like a human again. Start moving like your natural self. See, nature historically has required humans to walk and to squat and to reach and to carry and to have this sunlight exposure. And I teach you guys all the time, and I'm going to show you guys right here, just so y'all will see. I'm going to show you guys right here, right now, okay? I'm going to give y'all a little bit of tutorial on what this is all about, okay? You want to have more outdoors. You want to have more movement. I teach you about the breathing. I've already taught y'all about the squatting, but I'll show y'all again. The push-ups that I do. I show you guys, it's just these little things, not to work out. Nobody ain't trying to be built. I don't give a damn about that. I don't go to the gym. I never will go to the gym. The nature is my gym. I go outside. I keep it moving, pimping, you know. So if anybody watching right now and you have the capabilities of doing this. If you're feeling dizzy, if you got one leg and all that, look, we're not asking you to do nothing you can't do, okay? But I got this screen bent on YouTube because I want to show you guys something here. It's just little things, okay, that you can do, okay? If you can live, you see how high my knee is? My other foot is above my other kneecap. If you can do this without wavering, without falling, without losing your damn mind, you got good balance. That comes from squatting. That comes from walking. That comes from being out in nature, okay? Another one that we do here, right? I'm going to move myself this way because I get real low on my squat. Right there. You see that? I can do 100 of these right here in your face. This don't hurt me. My knees ain't hurting. I ain't got no arthritis. Ain't no mucus. Ain't no puffing coming in. Ain't no swelling in the kneecap because you do this on a daily basis. Okay? Men, if you're worried about your erectile dysfunction, squat. You don't need to be taking all this stuff. Do some squats. The firmer your buttocks is the firmer your erection gonna be. Let's keep it moving. And anybody got any other questions? I'm giving y'all these secrets, okay, for you to understand. So you work out on the back cheeks to provide strength for the front area. Okay, squats, my brother. Squats. Okay, you got to do those types of things. It'll help you. They're natural. They don't cost you no money. You just hasn't been educated on them. They seem so simple to you that you need to pay somebody $4,000 to figure out your little easy ass problem. And then now you paid $24,000 and they still can't figure it out. They need another $24,000. The modern life of today is removing your natural movements. I want to repeat this, you guys. The natural movements of a human. Let's repeat this. I want y'all to put this in the chat. You guys keep tapping. Historically, remember, we want you to move more like a human again, not like a damn robot driving in a car all day, sitting on a couch all day, behind a laptop all day, talking about you want to be healthy. You're not doing enough movement. Naturally, historically, we walked. Naturally, historically. We squatted to pick up things. These are natural movements. This ain't no gym stuff. We're not trying to get you to do 4,000 squats. Just in a regular day movement. Naturally, you reached. Stretch and reached for things. Naturally, you carried things, but you didn't carry 405 pounds. You didn't carry 350 pounds in one setting. That's gym stuff, natural stuff. You carried things that were 10, 15, 20 pounds, and it was at spurts, which is the natural movement of a human is at spurts, not in one setting. Oh, I'm a curl, 4,000 curls in one setting. You're burning down the body. You're burning down your muscle fibers. You're burning down your cellular reproduction. You're burning down the oxygen. You're ticking up the oxidative stress process in your life, and you're actually aging sooner than what you're supposed to do. You look good today, but you'll be terrible looking tomorrow. That's gym. Okay, that's gym. Look good today, you'll have a horrible body tomorrow. That's gym. You can't tell me now Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, you can't tell me John Cena, even goddamn The Rock starting to look crazy. Even The Rock starting to look crazy. You see Kevin Hart told that nigga look like a HIV patient. Why? Because you wore your body down. Kevin Durant, younger, he's 35, look like he's 72. Oxidative stress, overworking out is not the natural things that you do. Modern life removes these things, but nature can reconnect you to them. Okay? The body regulates better through natural movement patterns, not gym stuff, not overzealous stuff, not fanatic stuff, not a lot of us have addiction problems. So you'll leave alcohol and go to the gym and you get addicted to that feeling. And that's not a great thing because everything is in balance. It's in moderacy. So when you're trying to return to the natural rhythms, you got to understand what that looks like. Not only what the natural rhythms look like during the day, but what do these natural rhythms look like at night? When you're up under all of that artificial light, stimulation, screens late at night, you're not getting any rest. So you're not reconnecting to the actual cycles that you got. And it doesn't matter how much medication you've purchased, prescriptions you purchased, doesn't matter how many courses you bought, it doesn't matter how much herbs you got, it doesn't matter how much you farm, grow, garden, it doesn't matter how good of a person you are. If you don't understand what I'm teaching you today, then you're slowing your healing recovery down because you got other stuff that won't allow you to reconnect, that won't allow you to get back into this connection, okay? But nature reconnection at night, it can look like when the sun go down all the lights go out. It can look like when the sun go down, then you start slowing down earlier than what you normally would do. When you're reducing your screen intensity, it's because you're calling it a night. You're giving the brain a break. You're giving scrolling, your mind, your thumbs a break. And the body cannot fully, and I'm gonna tell you this, the body cannot fully restore if it's constantly receiving daytime signals, stimulation, daytime stuff. Okay? When you finish class, there ain't no homework in real life. In school life it is, but in real life, once you finish your day, that day should be done in your spirit. Nature can connect you to those things. It can connect you to eating more live foods. Yesterday, I know a lot of people got mad at me because I told them about my old lady cooking the chicken. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say this, and I'm glad that they brought this up today. I'm going to say this because I had this on my mind all last night. Some of you guys, and I'm going to say this, most of us are not worthy to eat because you ain't hunted or gathered. Most of you are not worthy to eat because you're not worthy of the skill set of the hunter-gatherer. So if you can't kill a chicken, you shouldn't eat a chicken. She was just telling me yesterday, they was out there, girl, and my old lady 31 years old. You know, my wife 31, I've been knowing her since she was 25, so she's been killing chicken for a long time. But at the end of the day, my point to you is that you ain't worthy of eating it because you don't have the skill of capturing it and killing it. Listen to me. This is just a principle. These are principles. If you didn't pick it, you shouldn't eat it. If you didn't squeeze it, you shouldn't drink it. If you didn't kill it, you shouldn't cook it. It's a thing of understanding that I go for what I know. Look, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you can shop at the grocery store, but what if the grocery store closed? How many of you know how to shop at the forest? How many of you guys know how to shop in the woods? Come on, somebody, I'm talking to you. Don't be scared all 100 of you done got on here and start running. Don't be scared now, because bringing you closer to nature is about eating more living foods. And eating more living foods can come in a lot of different facets. And nature connection also includes those colorful foods that you get in your owner's manual. It includes the plants, the minerals. It includes the hydration that you get from fruits and vegetables. You need to know that. It's not perfection, but it is it's less processed input, more biological nourishment. That's what you need. And you got these folks got you going down here, the CVS, getting your pills, going to Whole Foods, getting some crap that you ain't never, you don't, if you don't have the skill to kill it, you shouldn't have it in your diet. Yeah, she could eat that chicken. She killed it. Hell you talking about? You ain't killing none of them chicken at American Deli. You ain't killed that chicken that was at that pub, that little $5-6 whole chicken, that little rotisserie chicken, that lemon pepper. Yes, sir, they got that lemon pepper. They got the chipotle chicken. They got the original. They just the original rotisserie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't killed that bird. You shouldn't eat it. Okay, that's what we're trying to get you to see. That skill went with that privilege. Now you're getting the privilege without the skill. That's unnatural. To get a privilege without having the skill, that's unnatural. How do you eat when you don't even know what the fruits grow on? How do you eat when you've never gathered? How do you eat when you've never hunted? How do you eat? How are you getting the privilege of eating and you don't even know where to find your food, where to get it from, how to pick it, how to grow it, where did it come from? You this is a birthright, and you gave that up, and you think you're fit to eat when you're not even fit to hunt and to kill. But you think because you clock in and you tap in and you clock in on a job that means that's the hunting and the gathering. But I'm here to tell you that that's the stress. That's not nature. Living systems, they will tend to regulate you a lot better, especially when they have living nourishment. Thank you, Tricia. Thank you. Okay? This is my privilege. It's my honor to teach. It's my privilege and my honor. So I wanted to add that in there because if you don't have the skill to kill or to plant or to grow or to harvest, you really don't have the privilege of eating. That's why the Bible says that a man that didn't work shouldn't eat. You ain't did nothing for it. And when you're in this information age and you're thinking that you're getting good information, you're thinking that just because you know a lot of stuff, you must be smart. Smart is not about the amount of knowledge. Smart is about the practicality, the usage of the knowledge in which you gain. I could just know a little bit of some stuff, but I took it all the way. I maximized what I did know, and that's wisdom. And so when you're looking at information, just because you know a whole lot of shit about a lot of shit don't make you smart. You ain't the most brilliant person because you know 15 subjects. I want to know, do you know one of them 15 like the back of your hand? So when we're able to reduce this information overload, nature can help partly because it can help you reduce the constant alerts. Remember, you're going to be outside. It can help you reduce the notifications. Why? Because you put that in the house. It can help you reduce the background noise of life. Why? Because you're outside now. It can help you reduce the artificial stimulation. Hey, what you going to do with that young lady? She messing up my damn life. Yeah, you better be quiet about that if I put your ass on TV. But it'll help reduce the artificial stimulation because you're in natural stimulation. So for modern people, nature may mean all of this crazy stuff, giving up your life. But I'm here to tell you, I'm going to be the first person to tell you, you don't have to give up your modern life to live natural, but you do have to open up a window for nature to show you the true you. And you got to be okay with that. Take that wig off and go to work bald-headed and just be okay with whatever somebody say. It's okay. Everybody's not going to do it. But if you hear me today, you hear that. We need for you to do less scrolling, less overstimulation, more silence in the mind. We need for you to rest in your mind. We need for you to rest your mind. We need for you to rest your mind. I know you're going through a relationship problem, but baby girl, rest your mind. I know you're going through a financial problem, my nigga. Rest your mind though. Because as soon as you rest it, as soon as you let it go for just a little bit, boy, you're going to get a grand old idea that's going to be better than that penitentiary chance that you might have been contemplating. You just got to rest for a little bit. I know you all out of options. That shit due tomorrow. The goddamn probation officer, they come to get you tomorrow. I understand. I get you. I got you. But what I'm here trying to get you to see that if you just, okay, they might be coming tomorrow. The bill might be due tomorrow. It might get repossessed tomorrow. They might leave you tomorrow. But you still need to learn how to just fuck it. And when you in your fucking state, it go happen. It is what it is. I ain't worried about it no more. Get what? You'll wake up in the middle of the night. Goddamn, I go call my uncle. I can go here to my cousin. I can let me call and tell her this. Let me do this and let me do that. And then you'll see that in the silence, the best answer came for your problem. But you don't get that time to get that answer. Sometimes healing begins with reducing the unnecessary input that comes in and out of the life. And when you start thinking about what I'm teaching, the masses of people, being in South Africa, being in America, being able to make this business work the way I have in the last 8 years, when you start looking at what I've been able to do, what we've been able to do as a brand, as a corporation, then you start looking at all of the things that have happened in my life. I said, then what does nature healing really mean to me? I know it ain't magic. I know it ain't no instant cures in it. I know it ain't no abandoning of modern life. I can still gotta live it. I don't flew my black ass all the way over here to Africa. Still gotta work. These folk over here gotta work. You still got to get locked up. Somebody still shoot you. It don't matter. You can't run from the world. You can't hide from the world. You ain't never off grid. You ain't never somewhere that violence or somewhere that nature can't find you. And so when I started realizing that, I said, shit, it ain't nowhere to run. Then what it really means is that I need to start to restore conditions that my body truly recognizes. I need to really start understanding what those conditions are. Conditions like rhythm and light, and start to understand conditions like movement and safety and breathing and nourishment. What does that mean to me? Stillness. How does that look in my life? And you start to realize that when you add these little things onto some medication, when you add these things onto a problem, the problem tends to start dissolving away. Nature helps you better than anything else because nature restores the environment the human body was originally designed to regulate within. That job is you the one who working unnaturally. You the one who fussing and fucking and fighting with your old lady. Y'all doing that shit. It's unnatural the way y'all over there doing all that. That's unnatural for folk to be like that with each other. Y'all doing that. You the one in there drinking unnaturally. You the one in there smoking unnaturally. You don't got no mediation. You don't got no moderacy. You don't got no balance. That stuff don't hurt you, but you hurt yourself when you can't, when you don't know thyself. You fucked around and got into a situation where your like. See, the thing about life is for human, what you like and what you love. These are not only your strengths, they're also your weaknesses. This is not only the front door to you, this is the back door into you too. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. These are not only the front door things that you show people. This is not only your models and your and you know when we walking in New York and you got all of these things out here showing me. This is not only what you show me as your strength. This is also how I can sneak in to your life through what you like, through what you love. How many women understand how a man can sneak in through love? How many men understand how a woman can sneak in through like? See, you'll sneak in my life this way. It's your strength and your weakness. It's your strength and your weakness. And the modern human does not necessarily need to escape civilization. You don't need to go nowhere. We're going to teach you how to retreat in your own home. We're going to teach you how to retreat in your own mind. We're going to teach you how to retreat in your own life. You do need more biological connection to life itself. Nature heals you by not removing you from modern life, but just by reconnecting you to the rhythms that you have been built upon. Any other questions? Any other question? You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. And so when you're looking at what reconnection looks like, when I'm looking at, okay, what is he saying? I'm saying to you that for that funky, measly $50, you can hit our link in our bio if you're interested in the owner's manual. It is not a book, but it is the health manual on you. And when you start looking into what we're doing, you start seeing that we're giving people good options. Not just allopathic options, not just naturopathic options, but we're giving people the way back home. We're giving people the design, the pathway, the GPS to the way back home. And disease will come as long as we keep going off the range. You want to keep going your way? Death is at the end of your way. Disease can be on the road to your way. Divorce and despair can be a part of the experiences on the way to your will of your life. That's just how it is. But when you put nature will back into the discussion, the balancing act, you'll be far more better. You'll be far more better than you ever been before. Okay? So that's why we're promoting this stuff, man. Because we know it's real. Add this to your tea drinking. Add this stuff to your medications, even if you're taking prescription. Add this to it and you'll see you're lessening. You're weaning yourself off of herbs. You're weaning yourself off of supplements. You're weaning yourself off of medications. How is this possible? Because you're getting more of the thing you missed in the modern life. You guys are working yourself to death. You guys are fussing yourself to death. People are making you literally freaking sick. They're literally making you sick. And so it's real. It's happening. What are you going to do? What do you do? What's available to you to really concentrate and focus on the areas that's really causing the problem? I want to show you how to retreat in your own life, how to take time out, how to rest, how to balance, how to detox, how to get back into tune with nature. So I'm going to ask this very question. And this ain't about a car. We're not talking about a car here, but we're talking about a radio station. And so the radio station is up here, but we operate in our lower frequency, right? We operate in our lower frequency. So we operate here in our lower frequency. Where you need to get to is up here. Okay? Now, you know, like I know, when you're trying to get your radio station, you're trying to find the station, trying to find mama's voice, trying to find my balance. I'm trying to find my abundance. I'm trying to find my longevity. I'm trying to find my eternity, my destiny. I'm trying to find my fate. I'm trying to find my faith. I'm trying to find that one for me. I'm trying to find that life for me. And so what I'm asking you is that if I told you that you're down here, we're down here operating at a lower frequency, how many people feel that they just need a tune up? How many people feel that they need a tune up? I'll be the very first to tell you that I'm not only what I used to say, I'm not only the client of this information, but I'm also the president. So what I'm saying to you is that, yes, I bring it to you because I use it in practicality. I'm the very first one that acknowledged that I need to be tuned up to the frequency. Years I've been operating, eating, smoking, drinking, fucking, living life, working down here in the low frequency. So tune me up, beam me up, Scotty. Give me that tune up I need so that I can be in one accord with the natural will for my life, not the one I'm trying to force on the world, but what's the natural will for my life? Yeah, I want to be a computer programmer, but what did God say I can be? I want to be a basketball player, but what did God say I can be? I want to be a wife, but what did God say I could be? I want to be a husband, but what did God say I can be? I want to be a carpenter, electrician, a plumber, but what is the natural will for me versus the will that I program for myself? That's what the owner's manual is in a nutshell. For that little funky measly $50, it takes your shit that you're going through, what you gave to yourself. It shows you the other will for your life. And then it's up to you is, do you want to tune up? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Do you need to tune up? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Do you want to tune up? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Some of y'all want it but don't need it. Some of you need it but don't want it. Some of you need to have it and can't get it. But the bottom line is, how many of us needs to understand that, okay, you know what? I hear what you just saying. So I've been operating down here. I need to be tuned up. This is the will for my life. This is what I programmed for myself to want out of this life. A teacher. I wanted to go and travel. I wanted to be this. I wanted to be that. Life gave you those unctions from the program. Whether good or bad, you carved out that will for your life, but you've never seen God's will for. You've never seen how it looks for your life coming from nature. All you know is your life coming from your mama now. But I'm talking about mama nature, a different mama, a higher mama, a spiritual mama. And if you say yes, you need a tune up, then you are the very person I'm talking to that needs the owner's manual today, right now. So here's what I'm going to do. Matter of fact, I'll probably save it for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be my last day on the weekend. I got to do my HerbMan school. If you guys want to teach this, if you guys want to do this for yourself, you can join the HerbMan school. But I think next week moving forward, anytime I'm on, whether it be an hour or two, my prices are going to drop 50% on the owner's man. I want everybody to, look, this is my motto. I'm like McDonald's. This is my motto right here. That's my brand statement. That's my mission statement, a billion served. We don't care nothing about $1 billion. We want the assessments in as many people's hands on the planet as possible. Now, this is made for the healthy, but it's strong enough to cure you from your disease. Let me repeat that. This is made for the healthy, but it's strong enough for the sick. And if you want to stay healthy, you need your health assessment. If you want your children to stay healthy, you need their health assessment. If you want your spouse, mother, whatever, remember that it's made for the healthy, but it's strong enough for the sick. Okay? I want to join the HerbMan school. Please email us, Von Bay, email us for school information, okay? Email us for the school information. Anybody else got any questions? I'm not going to be on here long. I'm not going to come on here long no more, okay? That ain't what we do no more, okay? You get this information, you get it, you got it, you go to YouTube, you do what you got to do, you record it, you replay it, you review it, you do whatever you got to do. But I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't matter what person you go to for your health services. You got to do something too, my brothers and sisters. And I'm trying to educate you on what you have to do when you leave the doctor. What you got to do when you leave Yaqui. What you got to do when you leave Cancer Treatments of America. What you going to do when you leave the dialysis. What you going to do when you leave the church. What you going to do when you leave the therapist's office. You can't just feel safe there. What you going to do when you go back to your real life. What are you going to do? How is this stuff going to help you? Evolve you, improve you? How is it going to make you recover? There are things that you must be educated about yourself on. You ain't going to never tell these therapists and doctors the truth about your addictive habits or your guilt or that you ain't go in there for you to be telling them about your molestation when you were 5. You went in there about some high blood pressure. You ain't went over here to these folks to tell these folks about no this or that. Your husband leaving you. You went over here to talk to them about some alopecia. Them folks don't even know. See, so you're not telling everybody things that they need to know about you to help you in the totality. So guess what? You can't lie to me. And we don't even ask you none of that stuff. All we need is a birthday. We don't need a blood type, a blood sample, urine sample, stool sample, house sample. We don't need that little live culture from your ugly, nasty bump down there for what you've been doing. We're non-invasive, non-intrusive. We ain't gonna poke you, prick you, or prod you. You can't beat a health assessment like that. That birthday, will tell us everything that we need to know about the manufacturer of this piece of equipment and this piece of equipment. And once we get the lowdown on what it takes to maintenance you, what it takes to use you, remember that a owner's manual will do three things. It'll teach the person who buys the piece of equipment how to get the longevity. One, how to properly utilize the piece of equipment. So usage is second. Thirdly, is going to help you get the optimal performance out of that piece of equipment over the entirety of the life of that equipment. So you got usage, optimal performance, longevity. Your owner's manual for a funky, measly $50. One-time fee. You keep it for the rest of your life. It's going to show you how to get the longevity, the utilage, and the optimal performance out of your life based on what mama say, not what your mama say. Based on what the manufacturer say. So we're going to reduce these prices when we come on live, okay, you guys? How many people understand that? Put some ones in the chat if you understand what I just said. We're going to reduce the price when we're on the lives. I'm not going to do it all day, every day, because $50 is already a discount. But I just got this thing in my heart to say that when I come on here, if you guys are interested in getting it, I could drop it to 50%. I got a family to feed. You hear these babies around? But at the end of the day, for this little hour or two, from next week on until Father's Day, anytime you see me live, that's your opportunity to get the owner's manual. For 50% off when I'm live. But I'm not going to be live long. Hour, 2 hours, my normal little window. But we're going to provide you guys an opportunity to get this. Everybody needs it. Ray, May, them. Ray ain't going to listen to me. May, them don't know me. Your grandmama, them don't like me because I cuss on my videos. Your mama don't like me even though she know I'm telling the truth. But she just don't like me because I don't believe in Jesus or whatever the case may be. That's fine, man. I don't give a damn about none of that. These folks got folks working on them, working on their car, boss man. You got your doctors. None of them believe the same way you do either, but they are your service provider. The cable man probably don't even go to church. He might be whatever. Don't even believe he might be an atheist. But you let him fix your cable. What I'm asking you is to understand that this is a health tool. Let me fix your health. This doesn't require for you to believe in it. This doesn't require for you to be a Christian for it to work. It doesn't require for you to be an atheist for it to work. It doesn't require for you to be an Islamic or before it work. No, it's going to work regardless. It doesn't give a damn about your belief because it comes from nature. This is a health tool. Let us just use it for your health. It doesn't require belief. Okay? It doesn't require belief. If you need it now, you go to the website, you hit the link in the bio. It is $50 right now, right? So it's $50 now. It'll be $25 next week on until Father's Day. So you guys do what you need to do there. But at the end of the day, man, $1 billion served. We want this to be affordable. There's folks out here that don't even know they need it. Your grandmama don't know she need this information. But she need this. One folk done told your grandmama she got stage 4, 5 cancer. You don't know what to do with that. Oh, they said take they said do some papaya or that. They said do some soursop. Yeah, but they done trended soursop. They done, when you trend an herb, you start running into artificial things as far as growing it. So the soursop that we've been preaching about before might not be the same soursop as today. Then you put Irish moss out there and made it a trend. So the Irish moss that you getting today ain't the same one they talking about. So then you got to try to find the actual real one. You know why? Because you guys are making this a trending thing. People mad at me because of my website. We can't find nothing. The revolution would not be televised. Why the fuck would I put on my website what shit really do? So that I can be locked up while your ass still free because you're not taking penitentiary chances on saving the world. Your ass is abiding by laws. You're not a rebel. You're not a rebel with a cause. You're not a missionary like me. So you can go back to your little mundane ass life of working and pop. But I ain't gonna never do that. So I've been rebellious. I've been going against the grain. I've been going against the system. This is how I live and how I die. But at the end of the day, why do I got to do something for you for? To put it in plain view for you? No. Y'all need to talk to somebody anyway. You should not be going on anybody's website without knowing exactly what you need. So fucking call me, talk to me, email me. Hey man, I'm looking for this. I heard you about this. Now, which one of these things I need on there? And we'll guide you to where you need. There ain't no cost for guiding. Ain't no cost for guiding. Your website difficult, man. We don't know what to pick. Because you shouldn't be on my shit just picking. Call me. Here you talking about. I'm not like these other people. You want somebody real, you want somebody that really love you, somebody that really care for you, somebody gonna really put the time in trying to help your ass get over the situation. That's what we do here. Don't worry about the money. We're gonna be okay. Okay? We're gonna be okay. Yeah, but you shouldn't be giving away stuff, doing it for free. That $50, it ain't even worth that. You should be, that $50, you probably had that about $1,000. Did that and that. Man, we ain't studying that shit. $1 billion served. I'm okay with $1 billion served. I don't have to have $1 billion. I'm trying to affect more people than ever before. Not get more money. Affect more people. And if the money come from that, that's fine. We won't be worried. We ain't gonna be mad about that. But we're in it for the right reason. And the right reason is that you've been dumbed down and programmed into when you get into your crisis, you don't know how to activate your God power. So you're dying. Dying is the telltale sign of a person that came through this experience, came through this spectrum without ever getting in contact with their God body. Otherwise, you should resurrect yourself. I'm gonna leave that alone. These are principles, they're not people. Christ is a principle, not a person. Quiet Harmony, you can contact me any day, but I don't talk to people unless you got the consultation or unless you're looking at the website. So you can email me. It's easily email me, say, hey, this is what I got going on. Which one of your products do you think could benefit us, or which one you recommend? That's easy. That's at no cost, but that's through email. When you want to phone talk to me, then yeah, you're going to have your consultation, because when you're talking to me, I need something to go off of. And because I'm not a doctor, I ain't going to go off your doctor's diagnosis. I'm not going to go off the fact that they said you had high blood pressure. You might got high blood pressure, but I'm not going to take their diagnosis. So what I'm saying is, we don't chase symptoms. We chase systems, not symptoms, right? So it ain't no need for me to know about a symptom that they told you about. It's just for me to know what systems that I can help you rebalance yourself with. And that's why nature is going to be a very, very big tool. That's why we include the nature-based interventions in your owner's manual, because we know that sunlight is a lot more effective than medication, some types of pills. Remember, if you get enough sunlight, you can go to sleep. So do we need to take sleeping pills? No, if I can get you to understand how sunlight works. Do I need for you to give your baby melatonin? No, if you allow me to teach you how sunlight works. How sunlight works, you put their ass out there, you get them dog tired out there in the sun. I don't give a damn what they want to do. They're going to go to sleep. And you will too, if you're tired enough. You ain't tired enough. Sitting at a desk without moving, the brain may be fatigued, but the body is not. Okay? So you got to understand, a lot more sunlight exposure is just a lot more playfulness, a lot more work, a lot more outside, a lot more energy being released. Therefore, the sleep is more quality, more deeper. A lot of y'all are trying to go to sleep, but you ain't really tired. You tired here, but you don't do nothing to really be physically tired. You're tired of the same old thing. But the same old thing don't mean that you're tired, you're sleeping. See, tired and sleepy, two different things. Some of y'all are tired, but you ain't sleeping. Some of you guys are sleepy, but you ain't tired. And you got to know how to do that. So just that easy. I can put you on the right drinking water. Get you to the right mineralization, get you to the right quality of structured water that you need. That can help you. You might not even take your blood pressure medication no more because good water helps you clean and flush and lowers your blood pressure. Some of you guys got digestive issues. If we introduce you to the right water, some of you guys can start to create the water, replace the water that's been removed from the intestines or from whatever the issue may be gut-wise, just from water. One of the biggest gut herbs on the planet is fenugreek seeds. How many people ever heard of fenugreek seeds? Please keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Let's get us up to 50K, you guys, and then I'm going to get up out of your hair. All right, let's get us up to 50K. Y'all know I need that Hyundai, though. But let's get us up. As many as you can. I won't be on here no longer than about 5 to 10 more minutes. Okay? One of the biggest gut herbs on the planet. There's a few of them that a lot of y'all don't know about. A lot of y'all, we don't talk about them. 50% off when I'm live, you guys. Please keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Okay? This will start Monday. It won't start tomorrow, and it didn't start today, but it will start Monday. Okay, so you look at this and you say, how many of you have ever heard of fenugreek? The fenugreek seeds, good for digestion. Gentian, good for strengthening the digestive system. So if you got, some of y'all have this to where your gut can't move the food clearly, and you got your little gut muscles are all flimsy. Gentian. Meadow sweet, very good for the digestive system. Herbs that you probably hadn't heard about. These ain't the same old cascada, sagrada. These ain't laxatives. These are herbs that help out with the gut microbiome as a whole. So if you're dealing with diverticulitis or diverticulosis, if you're dealing with issues with constipation, diarrhea, if you're dealing with issues of gut lining and all this type of stuff, y'all know what we be dealing with when we need to leaky gut and all this other shit that they be trying to tell you you need to know some of these herbs right here. These three right here. And the main one is this right here. How many people have heard of fenugreek, and how many people have ever took fenugreek seeds? Bet I've been watching you for a little minute. I want to take the opportunity, chance on that owner's manual. Yeah, man, go ahead. Like I said, you can hit the link in the bio, or you can stop by next week when it's a half hour. KK said, I never heard of fenugreek seeds. Okay. Yes, I use the powder. Kanisha, the only thing about the powder is that you take away some of its effectiveness because you need the seeds, and I'm gonna tell you why. But doing this in powder is not the most effective way. You actually need the fenugreek seeds. How many other people? I've heard of fenugreek but never had any. I have. Okay, so user 214. When you took the fenugreek seeds, right? When you took the fenugreek seeds, how did you take them? Heard of them, but I never taken it. Okay, thanks for that. Kanisha, yeah, you want to take it in the real seeds, Kanisha, because it's something that I'm going to teach you right here that you can't do with the powder. That's why you got to have the real seed. Okay, anybody else? If you took fenugreek seeds, how did you take it? What was the process? Was it a tea? Was it a powder? How did you take it? Yeah, man, I know I gave it to you, but I want to see I'm finna show them something about these things. It's just little stuff that we don't teach people, that we don't help people with to understand how to really use this particular herb. So again, I heard user 214 say they used it. How did you use it? How did you take it? Was it in a tea form? What did you do with the seeds? Anybody, what did you do with the seeds? Manny, when you took your fenugreek seeds, what did you do with them? Deborah said, I sprouted and teased. Okay, cool. What did you do with, you said you sprouted the seeds and made some more tea, Deborah? Anybody else ever taken fenugreek seeds? Man, they say they blended the seeds. Blend, only heard about it. Oh, I thought you said you took it, but you said you only heard about it. Okay, so this is how this go. First of all, you take this as a tea and you simply eat the seeds. That's it. Don't get the fenugreek powder. You take the fenugreek seeds, you make a tea, you drink your tea, and then you have to consume the seeds. You got to eat them. Yeah, you make a tea with it, JJ, but you got to eat them. If you've taken fenugreek seeds and did not eat the seeds, you didn't take it properly. Use an error. They still good. It's still good. It'll still work half-ass. But when you really trying to get the medicinal and you're trying to use this food as a medicine, you drink this as a tea, my people, and you got to eat the motherfucking seeds in the end. That's how you get over diverticulitis, diverticulosis. That's how you get over Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. That's how I got over my ulcerative colitis. That's how we do it. You got to eat these seeds, people. You make the tea from the seeds. Drink your tea like you normally do, but you got to consume the seeds. Okay? You got to consume the seeds. That's the trick in making this one of the most powerful digestive herbs on the planet. So that's my time. I showed you guys that just to kind of let you guys know. We're doing the owner's manual. It's our flagship. The health assessment is what you need. I will not back down from that. But y'all dealing with a monster when it comes about herbs and it comes about health and the body. Bro, I know all of this shit. I know it's so good that I should be a doctor, but a doctor won't be allowed to serve you in this capacity. Once I'm a doctor, I'm day doctor. I will no longer be able to do for you in the way that I'm doing. So you had to just take penitentiary chances and you had to just go against the grain. You got to go against all of the laws or whatever to give you the truth that that's what we got to do. So be it. My children will be okay. Shit, you got Dr. Sabi, great auntie. As long as she say Dr. Sabi, she'll have a job. She can get some people to trust her in whatever she doing, right? So it's okay. My children still will eat. We're not afraid to tell you the truth. Money gonna come, dog. I don't gotta fucking lie to you about no fucking money or lie to you for no money. I've been doing this. But I started thinking, you know how much money it is in telling the truth. Y'all looking over here at billionaires that lie. But you've never seen the trillionaire that told the truth. I love you guys, man. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Until next time. Love HerbMan. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace. Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your morning. We'll talk to you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it. Let's be healthy. Let's be one within ourselves. Peace. Woos.
Peace.
Tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, everybody. You got to back a little bit. Say goodbye. You got to tell them. Say goodbye, everybody. Say it. Stop waving and say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
There you go. Goodbye, everybody. My nigga. Now, where she at over there without that loud ass crying? You want some of this over there too? She sleep. She done fell asleep now. Okay, man. We just trying to give y'all some family love. From my family to yours, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you with everything. Look, I haven't been nowhere that you haven't sent me. There's nothing that I got that you didn't give me. Where I've been, you've sent me. Who I am, you've made me. So I don't have a problem with doing for my people and telling you guys the truth, man. Because everything I got, you gave me. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Yes, sir.